Okay, so back to the previews, another day, another preview, and as I go into the last days of my cold, hopefully I can get some more videos out and more content since I've been taking a small break due to that and school. But now we have a bunch of promos, the box promo, the Broly pack volume 2, and then all of the TP6 cards, I want to say. So a number of stuff that's been updated, and of course all of the new March celebrations in Chicago, I do believe, San Diego, and then the other one I forgot, are all free. That's been registered, or that's been announced. So if you haven't registered, please go register. If I can remember, I will put the link to register in the description. So if you plan to go to the celebrations, make sure to go register first, or else it's gonna get full, especially since it's free. And I don't know how they're gonna manage that, but we'll see. So don't forget, please go do that. Let's get into the cards. All right, so the first box promotion, we got a 7-drop Gogeta. Sorry, Soldier Boy. And the Series 6 offers an explosive box promotion with each box purchased with a gold PR card, which is a promo card. The last one was the Splintering Mine, which if you attack with it and you have Sparking 7, you can take 2 life, set it to your warp, and then take 1 of their life and set it to their warp during the auto phase, and it still attacks. So I love that card. It doesn't get too much play because a lot of the time you don't have that much life to actually fool around with, but I have done shenanigans in which have like cheated out some life because there's so many control decks out there now. There's so many slow decks out there right now. So taking advantage of that is really good. And this one, it's a little bit different because this one is the EX Evolve on a red Gogeta BR or Broly, and as we see the other cards, this one's an energy cost of 6, and I'll kind of talk through this a little bit where it's kind of concerning, but we'll see. So EX Evolve for on the red 6-drop Gogeta Broly has triple strike and 30,000, which is a lot. And he has Sparking 10, and when this card evolves into this card, or a card evolves into this card, the opponent can't activate skills on battle cards for the duration of the turn. So it's sort of like the Gogeta of the leader, where you credit life and nothing on the board can really have any effects. It's sort of like the Shredder and Fu, where basically all your stuff is null and void, but this one is just battle cards on the field, and well, just battle cards in general. So that might be a little bit. No, I was gonna say like stuff like Masaroshi, Videl, things like the counters and like topos can't really be activated. Obviously the things like blockers and revenge blockers, all the other jazz can't be activated, so that's cool. The only thing that you really have to worry about are extra cards like counters and super combos, things of that nature. But stuff like Unbreakable, Infernal Villainy, all that stuff, they can't activate that. So it's pretty cool to see this card. How practical will it be? I don't know. We're gonna have to see that 6-drop Gogeta. We already have one, but I'll explain that in a little bit. All right, moving on to the Super Dash Pack, and this time is a Broly Volume 2. And this one, if you haven't noticed, I don't think they have it on this end. They have the Volume 3 that's coming in the Celebrations of March, which are very cool cards. But as we finish out the set 6, I think they're all going to come together to be a pretty damn good deck. And then obviously Volume 1 are the Gogeta and as well as the Broly promos. The first one is the Whis. And it says here it's a 1 cost 5k combo. And when you combo this card, you choose one Gogeta Broly and Vegeta Broly card, or Gogeta Broly card from your drop area, and then add it to your hand. So probably really useful for recursion, and as well as for burst leaders if you're going to be using that. So very interesting. The next one is probably going to be my favorite one ever, and I don't know. Honestly, I do not know how practical it's going to be because there's not that many targets, if not only one right now that's out, and as well as probably going to be an SR. I'm like very certain that it's going to be an SR this is going to be the target for, and as well as all the other 6-cost Gogeta targets that we need. So this one is a 10 cost. What is that? 5 blue? 5 blue? 1 cost 10k combo. 10k combo with this guy has a barrier effect. EX Evolve 8. 8, yes, 8 on a 6 cost. So when this card evolves into this card, or when a card evolves into this card, and you take the top 6 cards from your deck, yes, top 6, and add it to your energy. And then activate main. If you have 15 or more energy, you choose up to 4 of your opponent's life. Yes, their life, and place into the bottom of their deck in any order. I love this card so much. I want to make it practical as much as possible, but getting to the 8 energy is going to be a pretty tough thing to do. Obviously, objection, the Whis, etc., to ramp up as far as possible is going to be great, and obviously Dende is going to be an answer for any card or deck that's going to be trying to use this. They're going to be using 2 energy, so it's not that big of a deal to me. Anyway, this is really cool, and the first thing that really comes to mind to use this is obviously that if you're at a 6-drop, or let's say let's go back up. So if you have the 6-drop on field, obviously, and then you use 8 energy, which is a lot in general anyway, so that's a ton, you're going to be going to 6 more energy right after, which is 14, right? And in order to use the effect, you have to have 15. So most likely you're going to be adding the 6 cards from the top of the deck into your energy, and then using another objection in order to get another energy after there, and then activate the main, and then get 4 cards out of their life into the bottom of the deck. The other part of it is that the first thing that came to mind for the leader is that Super Shenron. So the Super Shenron that's coming out, as long as you get this man out and then you go to the next guy or the next turn, like to activate the effect for Shenron, it's going to be pretty cool to activate main here, take 4 life, activate main the next turn, take 4 life again. So it's just like you can't do anything as long as you get this man out and you have the Super Dragon Balls and 20 cards, you basically win the game. And I think that win con is very cool. It's very linear, but it's still nice to get off if you can. Anyway, Paragus to sacrifice, activate main, choose 1 green card from your battle area other than this card and place it in the drop area. You draw 1 card. So instead of like the fledgling talent pan in which you play for 1, you drop a card from your hand. I don't think it has to be a yellow card. It might be a yellow card, I don't know, but it's the same concept, and you draw 1 card. So this one, since it's placed into the drop area, it's not KOing it, but it also procs off something where you basically, if it leaves the battle area, so something like Broly, obviously it's very obvious that this is for Broly, or any other green card that procs off leaving the battle area. So something like the Injured 8 that came out isn't going to benefit from this because it has to be a green card. I wish it wasn't just a green card, but can't have everything. That's also why, like, some of these are, like, other than the Gogeta, even though that one is kind of hard to pull off, all the ones I'm going to be going through is slightly overwhelming or underwhelming because it's just like there's slight things that could have made some of these things just so much better. And I understand that they're doing their best to balance these things out, but I'm like, just make them playable, because the issue with the promo cards and why they're losing value so much and so quickly over time, like set after set, is because we have we have so many restrictions on so many of these cards. And I'm like this one, just if it wasn't a 1 cost, it would be great, because there's no like you have to get into a combo phase. You have to be in that situation where this is going to be really good. But if that simple 0 cost 5k is gonna help you, or better yet, 1 cost 10k would be even better. Like that's the type of thing I'm talking about. Like you getting a Vegeta Broly or Goku Broly or Gogeta Broly isn't gonna hurt too much. Anyway, that's just me. That's just another topic. Anyway, going on to the Broly. This one is a 2 cost EX Evolve on the yellow with the energy cost of 7, which I do believe is going to be this target right here. Which this one, choose 1 of your opponent's card and can't be switched, or battle cards in rest mode can't be switched to active mode. And this one is choose 1 of your opponent's cards in rest mode and can't be switched to active mode. And then this one is a double strike, and then this gets reduced by 4, which is a 5-drop if they have 8 or more. Between both of you in rest mode, and then you choose 1 card from your hand to place in the drop area. If your opponent has 3 or more energy, that's nothing. Choose 1 of your opponent's cards in rest mode and place in the drop area. And obviously this is a 35,000 double striker who also does not have barriers, so it can be easily removed. But the other thing is that a lot of people are saying, since it has 1 card in rest mode placed in the drop area, can we do that to leader cards? My answer, probably not. Because you can choose it in rest mode, yeah, but I think they're going to come out with a ruling in which leader cards in general cannot be removed from the battle area or the play area or whatever, right? I don't think there's ever going to be a ruling where they just remove the leader. Like that's just silly, right? That's just dumb, right? Right, Bandai? Yeah, we'll see. Shenron, Wishing Anew. So this one can attack, but when you play this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. Nice. For a 4-drop, and then choose one of your desire cards, so 2 or less from your drop area, and then add it to your hand. So thankfully this one doesn't have a black restriction, yellow restriction, or whatever. It just says desire. This can range from the Frieza desire, the Child's Wish, obviously, personal ambition, the blue desire for Gohan. All of those can really range from that. This is a good no restrictive type of card to KO something, right? And since it can't attack, that's kind of annoying, but all the other Shenron cards are just like this, so it's not that big of a deal. But just to remove something and get a desire, 4 energy, world peace maybe, that's the only thing I can really think of. Like I said, very underwhelming. These are all, well, not very underwhelming, but slightly underwhelming. These are all the TP6 cards coming out. These 3 and 5-star balls are very interesting. These things, it says that each card has a special version, or you're gonna have to hit the jackpot. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing it has an alternative style, just like the Mifuma and the Cold Bloodlust. Maybe, I don't know. It's really hard to say. This is the new card back sleeves, so that's cool. I'm guessing it's like a SPR version of the TP6 cards, so that's cool, I guess. This one's Veku, Triumph with Might. It's a 4-drop 10k. My man's a 10k. Whoa, baby. But he is only 1 cost for Union Fusion for a red Goku Broly and red Vegeta Broly card. And we already saw these in the last one of the last previews. If you haven't checked that out, go check those out. And they look pretty good. They basically recurs. Is that a word? They basically bounce back from the field every single time that you play them, and that allows you to have Veku or whatever other target that you need for Union Fusion in your hand pretty much every single time. So that's pretty cool. This one has barrier, and you'll see this effect pretty familiar. You'll be familiarized with this effect in which when your opponent switches their energy to active mode using non-awakened skill during their turn, you choose one of their energies and place into the drop area. So I don't know why they still have something like this. This is literally Burgos for the Gogeta archetype, but whatever, I guess. Senzu Bean and Preface, Shenron, the 4-drop Shenron. There's still a lot of other targets. I'm going to be doing a video called Life After Death with the Borgos and as well as the FR Goku, and explaining why, you know, those cards are still very, very important, and I'll go through that in a little bit. But this one, activate main, is placed into the drop area. Choose 1 red Son Goku and 1 red Vegeta in your drop area and add it to your hand. So basically whatever you Union Fusioned, you get it right back. Pretty cool. Hercule, the Majin Whisperer. Okay, look at this man. He looks so confident. I love him. Auto, when you play this card, choose 1 Majin Buu in your battle area. There's a Majin Buu card with an energy cost of 1 underneath it. Choose 1 Majin Buu card with the energy cost of 1 among them and play in your battle area. If you played a card, draw 1. So again, a little underwhelming and a very, very situational card, and something that you have to build around, which is kind of annoying. It's not something you just kind of throw in is like, okay, this is what you're gonna be doing. But it is very cool that we might be getting future support for these type of things. But the cool thing is that the first thing that comes to mind is that the Majin Buu card that we have already is the 1-drop from Galactic Battle, I want to say. Yeah, you know, the 1-drop, draw 1, the original cantrip without a cantrip. And basically you just choose that one, you draw 1 from that, and you if you do that, then you draw 1 again. So it's a bummer that you have to take it out of that and then play it, but I guess it's just so you can get more bodies on the board, and as well as draw more cards. So you just basically draw 2 if you're doing that. Speaking of Majin Buu, and it's kind of a bummer that these are in the TV6 instead of like an ultimate box, like another expansion box, but whatever. It's a 7-drop 1k 10k 1 cost combo, 30,000. Nothing. He is a vanilla card basically, but when you do have a Majin Buu in your battle area with energy cost of 6 or more, removed from the battle area by the opponent's skill, activate this skill, and if this is not in play, you may play this card from hand. A lot of cards that are coming out just like that, and I like this it's cool. This along with like the 3-star, which we're gonna go over here, it's gonna be pretty cool in order to, you know, use that kind of effect. But I don't know. I mean, you can use a furthering destruction chompa. That's nothing to scoff at, right? Double for 40 costs or 40,000 double strike, right? You can use a 4-drop Shenron. Give this man critical. Cool, right? Pretty tight. Super Saiyan God Vegeta. Love that we have another card with Super Saiyan God Vegeta. This guy's a green card though. Kind of a so they're like just fucking just do all the colors. You know, we got red, blue, now green for the Vegeta and Goku Broly's. Thanks Bandai. If your opponent has 2 or more battle cards in play, use this card energy costs in your hand by 2. Effectively a 1-drop 15k, just like the special pack Goku, just a little bit different. Sparking 3, and when you play this card, choose any of the number cards of your opponent's battle cards. The total cost adds up to 2 or less and KO them. So this doesn't target tokens. I do believe that's the ruling for that because it doesn't have an energy cost, but it can clear the board. This reminds me of the 3-cost Union Force Vegeta that did the same thing for 3 or less. Pretty cool. Shatter Kick. Shatter Kick. That just sounds cool. Shatter Kick. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And this one is a auto once per turn when it attacks a card, and when this card attacks a battle card, your opponent has 4 or more cards in rest mode, switch this to active mode. Okay. And then when KOs opponent's battle cards, draw 1 card. Okay, so if it's something in rest mode, you know, KO it and then draw 1. That's tight. And then 4 more cards in rest mode. That can be energy, that can be leader card, that can be field, that can be battle cards, right? It switched to active mode. And this, along with the 3-star ball, yet again, could be a pretty good thing to do. But the fact that he's 4 costs is a little hefty. I wish this was 3 costs 15k. Again, it's just these little things that I think Bandai really messed up on. To make these cards really worth it. Like I can almost guarantee you that these cards, like almost every single one of these cards, are going to be irrelevant 2 or 3 weeks after the release. Like that's the thing. The only thing that I can really think of is that, again, we don't know what's the rest of the set looks like, right? We don't know what that looks like. But just looking at these, I don't know if I have too much confidence in it just yet. I don't know if that's going to be best to go for these and go to tournaments and spend your time and money. But Bojack the Tyrant, this guy is a Bojack Brigade, so that automatically fits into the Bojack leader. He's a 4-cost 20k with double strike. Your opponent has 2 or more battle cards in play in rest mode. Reduces energy costs in your hand by 1. A lot of cool yellow and other cards like this green card doing the same thing over and over again, but similar things if anything. It's a 3-drop 20k double striker if they have 2 or more battle cards in play in rest mode. And when you play this card from your hand, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, and it can't be switched to active mode until the end of the turn. I like this. Like, again, it's just one of those yellow archetype things. It really does that pretty well. You know, like Crusher Ball, obviously if you're playing yellow, you're gonna be playing yellow if you're playing this, and things of that nature, where it chooses in rest mode. Stuff like this in Broly, what might be pretty cool. And if you're playing Bojack Brigade, it might be nice to actually have some stuff in the rest mode, like their things, and you play this and then you proc off their effect to KO something. Pretty cool. And of course the 3-star ball, in which these are probably going to be, like, these 2 are probably going to be the ones that people want, in which you draw 1 card after you pay for 1, and it doesn't have a Shenron leader restriction, and you choose one of your battle cards and it can attack in active mode, or battle cards in active mode for the duration of turn. Very, very cool. It's like a Yamcha on a stick, in which, you know, Yamcha allows any red card to attack in active mode, but now you can do this for anything. So things of like burn decks and things of like a removal that really lacks removal, this can be a perfect side card for those, or a main board for the burn decks, and it's pretty cool to see. The other one is just like the 3-star, in which is a 5-star ball, draw 1 card, and then one of your battle cards gains blocker for the duration of turn, or until the end of your opponent's next turn. So basically your turn, and then until they finish their turn. So it's a blocker forever until then. Look at this. It's available in 29.19. Did you guys know that? It's gonna be a while until we get this, and that's a real shame. But we're gonna get them eventually, right? We're definitely gonna get them eventually. We only have what 900 years to go, I think. So that's gonna be a bummer. But again, if you haven't registered for, I don't think it's this one. Yeah, I don't think it's this one. I think this is the Tournament 6 March. I think this is Celebrations over here if you haven't seen it already, and then registrations right here. So again, San Diego, Florida, North Carolina, and Illinois are all of the places they're going to go to. Please go register if you haven't already. Do not forget. I will be there. I will be at the San Diego celebration, and then I will be at Vegas, the ARG event next month on the 16th. So if you are going, let me know. If you like these cards, let me know. If you don't like these cards, let me know. If you don't like me, let me know. If you like me, I guess you can let me know. Join the Discord, like, dislike, subscribe if you're new. There's a whole list of things that you got to do. If you haven't kept up, well, I'm sorry. Thanks for watching though. I'll see you in the next one. Later.